What's up, guys? I'm Wendy, newest presenter with Bikes Online. We're out here at Sea Otter Classic and we're stoked to go check out the Polygon booth and see all the new stuff that they have coming your way.
So I work at Bikes Online. I'm the director of operations, and we've started with Polygon actually in Australia about 12, 13 years ago. Don't quote me on that. And then we launched here in the US 3.5 years ago, almost 4. And Polygon has been essentially the brands that we've carried all these years, and they're just fantastic bikes. It's a factory brand. It's coming out of Indonesia. It's really good value and a really solid bike for the riders. And that's what I really like about. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's a bike for the masses. It's a bike that's going to make a lot of people happy, and we see that like every day here at Sea Otter. We've had so many people stopping by. Like we've had the kids on this bike here, the Polygon CCD 24, which is a 24-inch wheel dual suspension bike, and we have kids racing like the dual slalom and racing the enduro bike on this thing, and they just have so much fun. Like you have a 10-year-old kid. How cool is that?
It's so cool.
You can't do that with that many other brands. So that's what I really like about Polygon.
Andre is going to show us kind of like a sneak peek of some of the newer bikes. So yeah, this is first exclusive. So tell us.
This is a Sea Otter exclusive. It's not been released yet, so you guys will be the first ones to see this on YouTube. But this is essentially the Seaskew TE series. So essentially the same bike that you have on the T8 and the T7. But just on the E sides of things, okay? So this is the T7, and there's also going to be a T6. The T7 is the top of the range on this category that we're bringing, and it's going to have a 630 mAh battery. It's going to have the EP8 and then a full SLX drivetrain with 150 mil in the front travel and 140 in the back. What I like about it is I believe we're going to hit a price range that is pretty much unseen in the industry for a bike with these specs. It's going to be a bike that is going to be around the $4,000 mark, and it's a bike that, it's not a big rig like the Colossus e-bike that was just released this week. It's a little bit shorter travel, and I think it's going to be really, really playful and going to be able to do most things that an e-bike can take you on. But yeah, we're really excited for this bike. We believe it's going to be an absolute head turner, and it's going to get a lot of people excited about riding.
I hope to get on it, so.
I'll try to help on that front.
Thank you, Andre. Yeah, I'd love to get on it.
Awesome.
Sweet. Okay, so what else do we have over here?
What else do we have here? So this week, earlier this week, we released this one. So this is the Colossus NAT. So this is our enduro bike, 160 mil travel front and back, and you have 29-inch wheels front and back. And the really cool thing about this is the way that the suspension works and the way of the battery is positioned. You don't have to run a mullet system, okay, with a 27 in the back. So you are able to run a 29 in the back, which is awesome, with still a very short chainstay. So it's a 435 chainstay, and on a 29er on an e-bike, you pretty much don't see that at all. So what it means is that the bike is a lot more playful, it's a lot more agile as well, so it feels a lot more like a normal bike when you're riding down the hill, okay? Up the hill, the rear suspension, it's 16 pivots, and there's a lot happening here.
Yeah, there is.
But essentially what it does, it just isolates the forces. Yeah, you're counting them?
Yeah.
Good luck. But essentially what it does, it just isolates the forces for the shock.
Okay.
Because so the bike feels just more natural riding over bumps, riding uphill, when you have to do those really technical climbs. It just tracks the ground really well, so you have better traction.
Yeah.
We might have a couple things on the pipeline on this version that I'm not going to disclose. I am sorry for that. But yeah, just wait a couple of months and we might have something cool coming up.
All right, so you heard it here first. Exciting stuff in the works for Polygon. So we're getting this super sick opportunity to see in the flesh. This is the first time, even Andre has laid eyes on this, straight from Indonesia. This is the sick new gravel bike. So tell us about it. What is its name? What
absolutely. So this is the Polygon band range. So Polygon has had this range for a while, but this year they souped it up really, really nicely. So The one that you see here is the Benz R9X, and the X essentially stands for all the electronic little bits that you have here. So the dropper is an electronic dropper from SRAM, the axis, and the gears are the rival axis as well. So it's a really, really cool bike. It comes with carbon wheels from Novatec, and on this version, it comes with a rigid fork. It's a carbon fork, alloy frame, and just look at the details on this bike, the little lines around the frame and around the logo. It's a really, really nice put together bike. There's another version of this bike. Everything is exactly the same, but it comes with a suspension fork on the front. I believe it's a Fox, and it comes with a 40 mil travel. Okay, so essentially for a rider that wants to do the gnarlier trails and wants to use this bike a little bit more as a mountain bike, a hardtail mountain bike. I've had 2 versions of this bike before, and I've done some really cool riding on this bike in Australia actually, and it's just such a fun bike. It's really,
I'm not
really
a
fun.
gravel girl, but I'm about to be. Just seeing this bike, it is beautiful, and I'm thinking, we're up in Bend, Oregon. It would be so sick to take it out and
such a good place,
deck it out with all the backpacking stuff, bike packing stuff. I'm gonna have to try that out. So sick.
Look,
Thank you.
it's amazing. It's really, really amazing.
Awesome. Thanks, Andre.
It's an awesome bike.
You heard it here first. Woo!